Hey, it's 4 o'clock here on August 8th. 8-8. It's 8-8. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it's already this. I'm excited for today. I'm gonna not say a whole lot here for the first couple minutes, just waiting for people to come in and say hello. Hi. Happy Stargate. Happy. Where are my candles? As I'm twisting and turning over here like a complete tard. There they are. There they are. Those the ones? Those aren't the ones, but those will do. That'll do, pig. Hello, everybody. Hi. You know, I haven't been lighting. I don't know where my candles are because I haven't really been lighting candles recently. Hey, Laura. Hi. Because, yeah, it's hot. So I light a lot more candles in the fall and winter. That's for sure. But we need some fire to go with this energy. It's very fiery energy we're working with. It is Leo, after all. Leo is a fire sign. Oh my goodness. Stay where I want you to go. Okay. Ah! Duct tape and paper clips over here, people. Bear with me. Actually, I could use some duct tape. To be honest. Holy shit. Laura says hi. So excited for this. Me too, mama. Me too. So excited. I woke up today just feeling waves of energy up my body going, oh yeah, today's Lionsgate. I remember now. Nicole. Hi, love. I'm great. How are you? How are you feeling? How's everybody feeling? Check in. Tell me how you're feeling. Let us all know. Hi, Corey Ann. Hello from Connecticut. Hi, Connecticut. I've always wanted to visit Connecticut. It's on the opposite side of the country for me. But ever since that movie, the movie, what was it called? Oh, shit. Baby Boom. Remember that? With Diane Keaton? She went to Connecticut. Anyway, looks beautiful. Thanks for being here, Corey Ann. Chris Maddie. Resonant. We have a few Canadians joining us today, people. Chris, hi. Hi, love. Hello. Hello. I'm great. I'm excited. Time today went by super fast. Did you guys have that experience? You are glowing. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Barbara Lewis. I am in front of a window and I do have like 3 separate lights on around me. Plus a pretty good camera. However, I will say that ever since I got to spend so much time at the river last week, my whole everything is glowing. People that I talked to, I talked to more people last week than I do in a year, just face to face, and because I live out in the woods by myself. And but I was in the city for a whole week and going to the park and everything. And I met a couple of people that actually, one person, he thought I was like 31 or something, he said. And then this other lady, and this time by towards the end of that week, I was so like kind of out of it that like I would just forget. I was being really forgetful about stuff. I left on the way to the park. I realized I had not a stitch of makeup on, like 0. And I went, I just left without doing nothing to my face. Like I was just so like not focused on me the entire week. Oh, anybody that doesn't know, I got evacuated for the fire. And welcome everybody. Welcome. I got evacuated for the park fire on August 2nd, and had a bunch of animals to take care of with me in a motel. Anyway, it was an experience. But anyway, that's that day I was like, do I go back just to put on makeup to go to the freaking park? Like, I don't put on that much makeup anyway, but I do use a powder. My eyebrows are really light, so I do put stuff on my eyebrows so it doesn't look like one ginormous I already have a big forehead. Can you imagine if you don't see my freaking eyebrows? It's like Infiniti and her infinite forehead. So anyway, I went, oh, I'm too tired. I just went to the park anyway, ran into this lady, started talking to her and stuff. She thought I was 27. When I said I was going to be 52 this year, her mouth just fell open and she was like, it was really weird. I was like, oh my gosh, like not weird. She was just like, she's like, what? And I was like, what? And she's like, oh, and I have no makeup on today. I forgot to put on makeup today. She's like, oh my God, I thought you were like 27. And I was like, dude, I don't know. Like, are you okay? But seriously, I got back and I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I really think I look different. I can't explain it. It's very interesting. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. Adrian, hi, sweetie. Karen and I are so happy to see you. We love you. Oh, I love you too. Love you too. Thanks for being here. Happy Lionsgate. Michelle. Hi, Michelle is our other Canadian. And we'll be seeing you. And Sandra, I'm sure, is probably here. Sandra, hopefully, or she'll be joining us later. And for anybody who is joining me now, we're going to be here for probably about an hour, maybe a little bit longer. I'm going to do an energy update here about the Lionsgate, and then an oracle reading. And I'm not really quite sure what is going on with this oracle reading because I started getting little glimpses of a couple of my decks that I don't usually use for this sort of thing, but it is the Lionsgate, and it might be more than just one card too that we get for the collective. So that remains to be seen. We'll take this one step at a time. Awabo. Hello, Khalif. Great to see you too. So thank you so much for being here, everybody. Everybody who was guided, everybody who follows me either on Medium or Facebook or YouTube. If you don't follow me on Facebook, make sure you follow me on Medium. That's where I post all my articles and stuff that I'm supposed to be doing more of sometime soon. And if you haven't gotten an email from me in the last 2 days, that means that you're not subscribed to my email list. Please go to my website, Infinite, right here, infiniteempath.com. Actually, let me get you the, here is the link. Go to my website, go to the bottom of any page, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. I do not send out, I'll go a month without sending an email. I am not one of these people you're going to get emails from every day. Maybe about a certain event or something new that's coming, I might send more emails as it leads up to that. But I just send emails when I'm guided, but they are good for you to have to be connected to. Khalifa's here, Michelle, Sandra, yes. Hugs to everybody. Welcome. There's the link, you guys, to and I'm should be broadcasting on actually now both of my YouTube channels. Before I was just broadcasting to my podcast YouTube channel, and I was guided to step my membership up with StreamYard so I can have more that I broadcast to and broadcast to my main channel, Infinite Infinite Empath Transfigurations. And then the We Are Healing Live. So this is my main channel here that you see. And then this is my podcast channel. It's brand new. I think I only have like 37 subscribers. So please subscribe there. I will be doing more than just the weekly or whenever I'm guided to podcasts. I am still doing a podcast tomorrow, you guys. I haven't even set it up yet, but heads up, I'm going to be sharing more about my experience with this whole evacuation and fire and energy from the river, and all how I touch on that a bit in my article about today, about this live. And even if, I know we're in it, we're doing it right now, but if you haven't read this article, bookmark it, read it or listen to it after, so you can get more information about what we're doing. But I do touch on the evacuation. I mean, we're still, like, the fire is still going. I'm still in a warning to evacuate. So and it's been smoky. But anyway, so I'm going to talk about that a bit tomorrow. And I'm going to be working with my pendulum again. It's been a few weeks since we all got together and got answers with my pendulum. Just about, most of it was about the Trump assassination attempt and everything connected to it. There's been so much that has happened since then in these last couple weeks. It is bonkers. But we're going to do it again and get some answers about just, I think, all of whatever is going on that we have questions to, not just about the assassination or the election or whatever. I'm going to take questions and we'll just see how it goes. I think we all really enjoy that. We know that it's on point. And there's a lot to get answers for right now. So that's what I'm guided to do for tomorrow. So join me tomorrow for my regular time that I usually do my podcast, which is Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific. Okie dokie. So with that said, oh yes, and any likes or hearts or loves or comments or whatever you want to share or put on whatever channel or platform that you happen to be watching me on. I'm on my Facebook page. I'm on my 2 YouTube channels that I just talked about, and I'm on X. And on all of these platforms through this system, you can interact and comment and like or whatever. So I appreciate that for the algorithms, Okay, so let's get into it, everybody. The Lion's Gate. The Lion's Gate is one of the most powerful top 3 of the year, where there's just such an enormous amount of energy tied and connected to it, and that makes it extra. And this Stargate specifically, the Lion's Gate, because of the alignment with Earth, and if we really want to get specific, the pyramids at Giza. I'm not sure how people have measured that or how that comes through, but that always comes through. And it has a deep connection to those. The Lion's Gate has a deep connection to especially the Big Pyramid. Every single spirit walk, channeled, guided, astral spirit walk that I've ever done for the Lion's Gate since 2017 has been including, amongst other things that we do in the spirit walk, we connect to Giza, and we basically converge with timelines. And most people that are really drawn to the Lion's Gate and know about the Lion's Gate I have found are also very connected to Egypt and the pyramids, and even maybe have recollections of other lifetimes there. I have. So this always really is kind of like a call home for a lot of us, and where we connect with this portal of light codes and energies directly from the star Sirius, which is enormous, super, super majorly. It's like hard to conceptualize how big that star is. Like our sun is gigantic. And then it's like 26 of our suns to make Sirius. Anyway, Sirius and then our galactic center is the alignment that we have going on. This channel of energy, this river of light codes that started coming in a few days ago. And will for the duration of this Stargate, which is more than just today. A lot of people just see 8-8 and think that's it, that's the Lion's Gate, but it goes through the 18th of the month. So 8-8 to 8-18, it's 11 full days. Oh, thank you for all the love and the fire and the lions. I love it. And every month we have these Stargates. So from 1-1 to 110, 122 to 212, and so on. 1212 to 1222 is the last one, and then we start all over. And during these Stargates, there's like these it's when our entire quadrant of the universe, of our universe, or that moves further into the Milky Way and gets sucked into the center at a higher rate. And it's this spiral of light and energy. And so instead of seeing it like three-dimensionally, like you would on a calendar, you have to see it like in a spiral of light and time and tension and energy, and how each year opens up to this really big, it's the 1. And then as we get to the 12, it gets really, really tight. And then the 1 opens up again. And it's just this in and out of energy as we get pulled into the galactic center. It is beyond astrology, because astrology is all about our solar system, our planetary family, which is great and extremely helpful, but is a very small part of the multiverse that influences us and what we're connected to, what we're aligned with at different times, and what that does with us and for us, and what it does with Gaia, and in turn with us. So with any monthly Stargate, it's about creating, dissolving, and solidifying timelines. And this means that there's big shifts and changes, things we get inspired and motivated in different ways to make different choices. There's, it can be very intense and fiery in a Stargate, because we are being pulled forward. Time is going faster. Things are moving in a way that disrupts the web of energy around everything and everyone, and just everything. So this causes reactions in different ways. So we're conscious of Stargates to help us navigate those energies, to maintain our energy and our vibration, to pick the higher timelines, to not be like the ragdoll in the washing machine, to control and react and respond in a really conscious, deliberate way as much as we possibly can. But some Stargates, they and not everybody's the same during every Stargate. Some people are going to, it also depends on their astrology and stuff, but some people are going to be more affected by one than another, just like full moons. Some are going to be more intense than others. Same thing with new moons or eclipses or anything. Any cosmic and galactic planetary portals and things like this are not always going to, hit everybody with the same intensity. And it's not always going to be, the same intensity each time for everybody. It just really depends on what's going on with us individually and as a collective, and what is being filtered through. Where is, the light shining more on thematically, archetypally, to help us with our ascension and our consciousness with any of these events. So the difference with the Lion's Gate is that it really is a sucker for, and a suction and a vacuum for collapsing timelines, for simplifying timelines. And it lines up close to, or depend, because it kind of moves where Mercury retrogrades are a little bit year to year. They're not always the same dates. We do have Mercury retrogrades 4 times a year. But this year we have them basically starting at the same time. Mercury retrograde just started on Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah, it was Monday. And here we are with the Lion's Gate that basically started on Monday as well. So these energies, so Mercury retrograde has its own energy for collapsing timelines, for simplifying, for circling back, for doing some U-turns, for inspiring us to simplify and clarify, to purge things out, to clean things up, to put a bow on it, to get things resolved. It's the, let's go back and make sure that things are as tidy as they can be before we keep moving forward, kind of thing. So we have less to deal with if we do have to circle back, which we always do. So there is this energy with Mercury retrograde that brings in the, let's see where we've been, and let's some, things come up to get our attention, to have our, our eyeballs on things that maybe we haven't, or, things have shifted in our direction and we've gotten distracted, whatever the case is. And just generally speaking, kind of going through and sifting through our lives, going, what doesn't belong in the future, and starting to pull on those threads, maybe completely deleting things, maybe just the beginnings of real moves to delete things or converge things. But it is about simplifying the energy that you are connected to, simplifying, clarifying, healing, recharging, rejuvenating, reconnecting, disengaging, recalibrating, all of this kind of stuff to the things that you are energetically connected to. And some of it would be, not consciously connected to until you are consciously connected to it. And so that's part of the point there too, that this portal is really good at doing, is helping us tap in and feel into our divinity, our power, our courage, our strength as a divine incarnate light being, light body, with important, to-dos in these lifetimes, and helping us to eliminate our fears and our programs, and to step up for our truth and our magic and our authenticity, our weird woo-ness, what we're aware of and what we want to receive and bring in and connect to more, so we may be more conscious and do the things that we are meant to do as powerfully as we're meant to do them and can do them. To help us reconnect to our bodies, our energy, our soul, our guides and guardians, to the truth of who and what we are and where we are and why we're here, and just to help us continuously, and in sometimes with these big events in big ways, peel back the layers, lift us up a bit more, get us a bit lighter, get us reconfigured, recalibrated, realigned, and remembering who and what we are. Not the normal societal whatever, not the labels that we take on because that we're that person in the family or whatever. Who we are on a spiritual, on a divine level, and who we're meant to be as humans through that awareness. And however that is meant to connect, activate, integrate, and unfold for us as we move forward, once connecting to these energies and integrating them, and how things shift. But the Lion's Gate is always a big one, a very big one, because of the massive amount of light codes, what converges, what is in alignment, is just different. And this energy from the constellation of Leo has a lot to do with it. That's why it's called the Lion's Gate. So raise your hand if you're a Leo in any of, the main parts of your chart, whether it's your earth sign, ascending sign, or rising sign, moon sign, or sun sign. I am a Leo ascending. But do share with the group if you're a Leo in any of those ways. We all have all of the energies in different places in our charts, but in some, aspects, we have those bigger. So Leo is my ascending sign. I'm always really, and Leo is, or whatever your ascending sign is like it's, or your rising signs. So it's either one, ascending, rising. People call them different things. It means the same thing. It means more of the attributes of what you're rising or ascending into, and the attributes that are more that others can or see about you more than maybe even your sun sign. Michelle, Leo, there you go. So when is your birthday, Michelle? Why didn't we talk about that in your last monthly meeting? Oh, it's hilarious. Michelle, Leo. Is that, I'm guessing, a sun sign. In any event, Leo is a fire sign, for one. Chris, my only Leo anything is crying. Oh, that's good though. Oh, that's why you're hiding your birthday. You're one of those. Oh, happy belated birthday. Funny man. You're so funny. Anyhow, Leo brings in and helps us with tapping into our authenticity, tapping into the strengths of our soul. Kind of, it's what you can imagine. It's like, oh, we've got our, like, I always see our rising signs as like, or sorry, Leo as, I get confused because it's my rising sign, but it's the cocoon and what we emerge, how we emerge from that. It's where we're ascending to. So those attributes, see, I'm doing it again. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I keep flip-flopping between ascending and Leo. I'm going to stop doing that now. Leo, because okay, so Leo does that too. That's why I'm confusing the two, because our ascending sign will naturally do that, but Leo naturally does that. So it's extra powerful, I guess, if you're a Leo ascending, or that's your sign, is because Leo literally helps with our ascension, with becoming who we're meant to be, with the attributes that give us that courage and that strength and that stability and that confidence. That's the word. Leo helps us with our confidence in our authenticity, in our wooiness, in the mystical, in the natural, and in the physical, and how all these things converge together. Leo helps us to speak our truth and live by the heart, and is also about justice, and helping those that cannot help themselves, and really stepping up to live your Leo-ness, your lioness, to step into that energy is very, very powerful. Again, it's a fire sign, which is a mutable sign, and it can be very fiery. Leo is very, very fiery. Barb, my North Node is in Leo. Ooh, I love that. I mean, that's, again, very, North Node ascending, very similar. Oh, that's a nice one. Becomes a Leo, is what I think that means. Yeah, it is about really that energy is very, very potent, fierce, ferocious, passionate. But it's that soft, and if you watch lions with each other laying around and loving on each other, and how they are in their family units, and how they take care of each other, and how loyal they are, and it's all of that. It's the tenderness, it's the sweetness, it's the family essence of it as well. It's a very, very powerful spirit animal and constellation and zodiac sign to tap into. And even if you don't have Leo, That doesn't in your chart in a dominant way. That doesn't matter. Leo doesn't actually need that to be a thing. It just definitely, when we have it, it's accentuated. We'll have a stronger pull to that, those energies, and the, depending on where it's at in your chart, it can really influence you kind of breaking through your shit. Cracking through the egg or the wall or the cocoon or however you want to see that. Leo really will help us to break through our humanness limitations and fears and just it'll kind of squeeze it out of us. That's why this Lionsgate thing is so exciting, because we get this energy from Leo, from that fierce feline energy. If you've ever known a cat, even a house cat, and I've known a lot and I've got a lot currently, always. Big or small, I mean, there are some scaredy cats. I do have one of those. But if you want, I mean, he can be kind of, for sure, actually. But anyway, cats are fierce and ferocious and typically very dominant and courageous and just strong in so many ways. Something to reckon with if you're going to go in a tussle with a kitty cat of any size. You're going to get messed up to some degree. So that energy is really helpful when we're embodying our authenticity and who we're meant to be, and activating our ascension and our rebirth and our healing, and really to pump us up. It's like, get jacked with Leo. have a dose of Leo energy, because that's gonna really like spiritual steroids. Just go, let's do it. It gets you really inspired and charged to do and activate in the ways that is going to move your timelines along in the direction that's going to ultimately make you stronger, brighter, lighter, and more connected, and with the least amount of tension and bumps in the road and resistance in any way as possible. That really is the name of the game. As we ascend, as we integrate, assimilate, activate, upgrade, and then process and experience ourselves through our shifts, the idea is to let go, release, delete, extinguish, eliminate as much negative energy within our field, within our bodies as possible. Period. Because you cannot ascend if you have a bunch of dense negative energy in or around you, or attached to you, influencing you in any way. There's only, that makes sense, right? Like, if you've got loads of just rocks and you're a balloon trying to rise, how is that going to happen? And that's the same with us. We're light bodies. We need to be not just bright and light, but like light. Literally light to ascend. So we need to eliminate those things that are heavy and negative. Our fears, our illusions, our programs, our traumas, our past relationships, our current circumstances, and whatever they may be that is making us heavy or heavier than we need to be. And everybody's got it to some degree. It's just, do we choose to see it and do something about it? Most of the time, maybe not, or to a small degree, or sort of, or here and there. But, and then we go, why isn't things moving along? Why am I in the same place? Well, your literal density is the same. So that matters. Hold on a second here. Got people spamming, so we're going to get rid of some stuff here. Okay. Oh, Laura says Jupiter is in Leo for me. Also my MC. What's your MC? Am I having a brain fart? What's this? Jupiter's big. Jupiter's influence in your chart is massive. Like literally and figuratively. And the fact that that's Leo, that's big. That's big time Leo energies. But what the heck is MC? I'm having a moment. Anyhow. So if we can tap into all of this understanding of really what it is we're doing here, to some degree about our ascension, about our spirituality, about our healing, you know, it's not just to know things or to connect to stuff or to get more psychic. It's to first and foremost heal ourselves, be aware of ourselves and of the things in different ways about ourselves. For a lot more on this, I highly recommend checking out my Soul Quest program because it really gets through stuff for you. But it really truly is like when we focus on us first and healing ourselves, connecting to ourselves, understanding ourselves, cleaning ourselves up in all the ways that we need to. And really dedicate ourselves to that, everything else will fall into place. All the abilities and the guidance as to what to do with yourself and where you're going and what you're meant to do, and all of that comes through your healing. Because again, any of these things that are soul and life purpose and mission stuff, and that are connected to whatever abilities that need to be employed to do these things, and energy and timelines and all that stuff cannot get activated if you're set to a lower vibration. So if you have chronic negative situations, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, those are the clues that say we need to heal you before more can go on. And days like this and portals like this offer the opportunities to connect to what's going on in the cosmic weather and get some of that on you, basically, or in you. It's like it's raining outside. Go outside and stand in the rain. Feel that. It feels great. Let it, just have that experience. Let it touch you instead of just seeing it out the window. It's a totally different thing, obviously. So with this Lion's Gate, it can pass right by you and you don't not know it. And under the surface, it's still going to do stuff for you. It's hitting everybody, this energy, whether you know about it or not. The more you get into the pool, the more you're going to receive of it. The more you can, you know what I mean? The more you connect in really, really deep ways. For more of that, we're going to have our second session, which is our private session. And if anybody's watching that wants to, medium Koi. Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar. Career, prestige, reputation. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I'm not an astrologist. I don't even remember like hearing about it. That doesn't sound familiar to me at all. I'm gonna have to look more into that. Yeah, I mean, I know a degree of astrology. That's not a whole lot, and I get guided to dive in and know more. I mean, it's a lot. Astrology is a lot. But anyhow, thank you for that, Barb. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, we're going to definitely be connecting to these light codes and what it's all meant to do for us in a really big intentional way later on in the private live we're going to do. And if any of you, I totally Googled it. I'm not that cool. You're so cute. Okay, thank you. Well, thanks for being my Googler. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've never heard of that. But there's a lot about astrology, and there's different types of astrology. And astrology is just like Mount Everest to me. I just kind of go, yeah, no. I'll look at pictures. Oh, I love it, but it's this whole thing. It's a lot. Yeah. Anyway, to join me in my, is this the page? Yeah. Let me give you guys the link. Anybody who's watching, you still have time until we get started, basically. And if you can't stay for that portion, let's say you have plans or whatever, you can't do this with us tonight. I am going to be hosting and making available the replay of the Spirit Walk and of the me teaching you the method for releasing DMT. We're going to do before the Spirit Walk, and then we're going to do that during the Spirit Walk. But those are still things that you could do in a replay. Doesn't have to be today. At any time, you can do any of my Spirit Walks that have been done for other things or another, like a full moon or an eclipse or whatever, and or something like the Lion's Gate from the past, and still be connected to that energy, and it still be very potent with whatever activations and integrations, clearing and grounding and installations we may work with and do. So that will be available either later on today or tomorrow, because I just need to, I'm not sure how it works, honestly. What we're going to be doing through my website is not something that I've done before. So I'm not sure how that works to, how quickly that works to turn it around and make it available to buy that replay. So it'll be available as soon as it can be. Okay, Leo 31st. August 31st. No, you mean July 31st? I'm confused. What do you mean by that, Cleef? You mean you're a Leo? Was your birthday on July 31st? Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that exactly. Okay, so I think that is, let me see if there's anything else coming through here to talk about specifically with the Lionscape that I haven't already. We're going to do the Oracle, which it'll all connect and I'll be talking about it, even more. So it's not like I'm ending that here. I just want to see if anything else is coming through. Oh, I'm just hearing that later on, when we're done, when you have time, if you have one of these, if you have, let me find it. Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. Right in front of my face. Okay, let me see. I made it too dark. Okay, this is called the Star Guide. And it'll tell you all the constellations and the skies. So this is pointing to what's behind me here. And you can put, so like down below, like right underneath me is Phoenix and Aquarius. It tells you where the sun or the moon is. Very cool stuff. I love this app. Another thing you can do is I'm going to put in Leo, and should have gone directly to it. Why isn't it? Okay, so it's not doing what I wanted to do for some reason. It should automatically. I don't know why it's not doing that. Okay, well, whatever. It's showing me. Why is it doing that? Oh, that's what it's doing now. Okay, instead of just taking me there, it's showing me an arrow, and I'm like having to follow the arrow, which I'm doing, and there it takes me to Leo. And if I click on that, it'll show me Leo. And so it'll tell you, that's what I wanted to show you. It'll tell you exactly where Leo is in the sky for you. So what just came through was, says the fifth sign of the zodiac, Leo, is one of the oldest and most famous of the ancient constellations. Its name is Latin for lion, and its brightest star, Regulus, once marked the point of the June solstice, when the sun was highest in its northern journey. Due to precession, the June solstice now occurs in Taurus. Anyway, it goes on for a bit, goes into history, it says all this stuff about Leo. It's really cool with pictures and stuff. Anyhow, as I demonstrated, it will tell you exactly where Leo is. And what came through was to find Leo for yourself. And tonight, when it's dark or later on, just to go outside, look at, if you can't see Leo, at least look at where it's showing you Leo is. If it's hard to see it clearly because of light pollution or whatever, or weather, it doesn't matter. You can still just turn your attention to that area where Leo is and really tap in, open up, open your heart, open your entire system and beingness to connect with Leo. And just the overall energy. Okay, so that was the last thing. Khalif, yes. Okay, so that was the last thing. All right, so now let's do our oracle reading, our general oracle reading for the oh, how funny. I put my candles out, but I never lit them yet. So okay, I'm gonna light a couple of my candles now. And yeah, I am being guided to my alchemy deck. And my archetypes deck, which is really cool. So let me turn this down so I can show you. These are so this is the alchemy deck. They're both the wild unknown. So the wild unknown alchemy, the wild unknown archetypes, that's supposed to be a diamond. This is a rose. We're going to start with the alchemy. I'm going to shuffle, and it's kind of a little wacky to shuffle these cards because the way that they're shaped. I'm going to shuffle. And anybody, if you have questions or anything to add about the Lionsgate, share. Is this your first time with hearing about and understanding or being drawn to the Lionsgate? Have you been connected to the Lionsgate for a while now? Like I said earlier, I started in 2017 connecting to and facilitating things for the Lionsgate. Became really apparent when I connected to the awareness of it, that it was a major activation for me when that happened. Oops. Let me try that again. And it tends to be a big thing for a lot of people. So share if you care. Please share. Okay. Whew. All right, just give me 1 second here. Whew. Move some stuff out of the way. I'm going to get instead over here a couple of crystals. Oh, right. Got here. I just checked. I still haven't unpacked my crystals that I took with me on when we evacuated. I just stood over here and I just was guided to a few crystals, and they've been in the bag ever since. How funny. So I'm just gonna because I'm like, where are those crystals at? I'm gonna unpack these real quick. It's one of those easy hard things. This is another one that I took, my opalite angel that I always knock over and somehow it does not break. Okay, that feels right. Oh my gosh, my big ass labradorite. I always say it wrong. Anyway, this thing is definitely one of my beauties, one of my favorite pieces. And then where is I have several crystals that are Leo or lion shaped. But one, okay, I'm not sure where it's at right now. Okay, it's here somewhere. It's fine. I don't need it, but I just saw it. I saw a visual of it, and it's absolutely shaped like a lion, or actually both a female and a male lion. Where the heck is it? Oh, I think I moved it into my bedroom. That's right. Okay, that's fine. I'm just tapping into it. It's a beautiful labradorite crystal. I'm not going to get up and get it. But labradorite's really coming through strong right now. So if you have, oh God, like the labradorite's being activated with this Stargate, that's coming through. Gaia's coming through. So just give me a second here, everybody. I'm gonna turn this back up. Oh, thank you so much. It is absolutely beautiful. I can show you where it really flashed with it. It has like indigo. It has amazing. Oh, there we go. You kind of see that. You have to get it. The flash is just absolutely ridiculous on this labradorite. It's this insane blue indigo. And what is really cool about this labradorite is that it sparkles like glittery sparkles. And most labradorites do not sparkle, but it has this full-on sparkly thing going on. It's beautiful from every angle. Anyway, labradorite is lighting up right now across the board, across the abundance matrix. It is overwhelming my third eye and my chakra right now. So just give me a second, everybody. I do this yawn thing when I connect. So just bear with me. Those of you who know. Those of you that are new now know it's something that I do. Oh, wow. Yeah, it is. It is really, it's absolutely beautiful. You really have to see it. You know what I'll do later on? I'll do video of this in the sun or tomorrow, whenever I can, whenever it makes sense. Because it is really special. It's considered a grade A+++ labradorite. And I keep seeing my Leo labradorite. I guess I meant to go get it. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Bubba. Can I get past you? I'm sorry, boo. I'm sorry, my Bubbas. There you are. This crystal is redonkulous. Okay, first look at the back. Look at the back of this labradorite. Right? Okay, now look at the front. Isn't it amazing? So we have big lion on this side, and we have lady lion on this side. This thing is pulsating. It's making my entire system just vibrate like crazy. I know. So take it in. So I was meant to share it. And so take this in. Let me move this light a little bit here. Hopefully this will help. You guys see the flash on this and the shape of it. When I bought this a few years ago, when I saw this, and look, it even has like the main part right here that separates them. Let me see if I can do this so it's not super annoying and you don't see that. Like I want the light to help me, but not to reflect itself. There. Kind of see that there. But even like this part too is just like, what? I know, isn't it? It's just, so when I saw this crystal, oh my gosh, it's hot. Woo! When I first saw this crystal, I was like, it just was one of those, and it's happened to me a few times with crystals. I can go gaga over any crystal, truly, but there are some crystals that will definitely cause a major reaction. And those are the ones that are programmed for you. They've been on their way to you. I find this was one of them. And when I saw it, I immediately was like, what is that? I mean, just, oh. And then, like, first, the way that she had it sitting, because it needs to sit up like this. So I usually have it sitting up in something. And so the flash hit me first. And see, this is the normal flash of a labradorite. This one here with all of this crazy blue indigo. Let's see if I can find it again for you. There. That very rare. This crazy color here. Super duper rare. When the sun hits it, holy shit, you guys. It is like it's wild. But this one, it was like just straight to the heart. I picked it up and I went, oh my God. And I saw the lion almost instantly. And I was like, I don't care how much this crystal is, it is mine. I cannot with this crystal. So, luckily it wasn't anything too crazy. After I bought it and it was mine, I said to the lady who had all this amazing stuff, many beautiful crystals, I go, do you see the lion? She goes, oh, holy shit. How did I not see that before? And I'm like, I don't know, lady, but it's mine now. I ran away. No, not really, but kind of. Soul crystals. There we go. So up here we have, holy crap, that's gorgeous. Yes, that is amazing. Just wow. I agree. Soul crystals. I just got a Lemurian blue calcite. Ooh, today that made my heart skip. The last one to do that was a celestite. Yeah, celestite. I have my beautiful celestite right here. Let me share this with you. Oi, look at this thing. Known as the angel crystal, and to connect with angels and angelics, celestite is something to behold. Beautiful, pale blue. I have another one, but this is a really big one. Actually, oh, look at it. Look at it catch the light. Oh my good lordy lords. Oh my good lords. Some good shit right there. I die. We should have a meeting one day where we just geek out on our crystals. I agree. Oh my God, that's a great idea. Oh, I could have a marathon meeting. I could have a marathon meeting. But anyway, you guys, holy moly. Woo, this energy is intense. These are not, I have a labradorite necklace that's beautiful. I love labradorite. Like, it is one of my favorites. Can't get enough of it. It's absolutely beautiful. It helps us open up our third eye and our crown chakras. It's super duper clearing. It's not known as clearing, but it's clearing. It clears pathways for higher dimensional beings and information to come through to you. Similar to lapis lazuli, but labradorite also has a real tie also with the fae. And just magic and magical things in general, opening up the channels of awareness for magic, light codes up the yin yang. It will facilitate a download and connection for you for light codes. Yeah, labradorite, people. Can't have too much or too big of labradorite. Anyhow, it is majorly activating right now. Gaia sending and absorbing through with this Stargate, with this Lionsgate energies, these light codes that are coming in, really activating with labradorite. So again, if you have labradorite, get it, hold it, feel it, love it, see it in the sunlight ASAP if you can. Really connect with it. A great thing to do with all of your crystals is to get your phone, once again, little cosmic tool we got here to help us, get you on video and then zoom in on that crystal, so you can get really, really in there on what is going on and take pictures. Look at that. Look at what you can see. You know, wait, let me line this up. Oh my God. Okay, stop. There. Okay, so do that a lot with your crystals. Turn the light on your video and just zoom in and go places with your crystals that you don't normally go. Labradorite is a fun one to do that with, but any crystal I highly suggest playing with in that way. Okay. Whew. So sorry for that little detour, but guided to go get and connect with my crystals here we got going on before we move forward with getting a card. So we see, actually, I'm going to leave this down. Ooh, I think that's picking up on the light there kind of nicely. Yeah, let's just leave it like that. Okay. And I'm going to actually make a little bit more room. And do my split method here for getting the card, which is just basically splitting the deck, choosing a side, and getting down to just a couple of cards. Once again, the left side wins there. Whew, really intense energies coming through. Going right this time. And one more just to get it more simplified here. Going right again. And we're left with 4 cards. Again, this is the Alchemy deck from the Wild Unknown. And I'm hearing 2, which is the second card. And interesting, autumn is coming up. Autumn, which is where we're headed, right? Not too far away. So let's see what it says, and then I'll pick the other card from the archetypes deck once we're done with this. Autumn, beautiful card, yeah? Look at these beautiful colors, very fiery. I'm like being reminded we have fire energy coming through big time with Leo. And these are definitely fiery colors. A lot of gold mixed in here as well. Card number 19, or yeah, 19, right? Pretty sure. Okay. Why can't I find it? I just need to look for the page number. Would just make it so much easier. Autumn. Here we go. The culmination, the broad view, generosity. Oh, yes. And that's another thing I failed to mention, you guys. Oh my God. Abundance. Abundance is huge with the Lion's Gate. Prosperity, abundance, wealth. The infinite loop of wealth and abundance, the abundance matrix, big time, is in the mix here with the Lion's Gate for sure. It's to help us connect to the abundance matrix versus the material matrix. It helps us with receiving and knowing our value and being generous, being charitable, and having, you know, that infinite loop, the infinite loop of energy that goes back and forth. Help this Stargate, this portal helps us to heal the money wound as well. Okay. Oh my gosh. Is it better with my glasses? I don't know. Okay. The culmination, the broad view, generosity. In alchemical terms, autumn is the excuse me, is the denouement of Earth's grand narrative. It is the symbol of culmination, harvesting, and resolution. The story of our year finds closure, and we begin to look towards the horizons of the next one. It is likely this card will appear as an indicator of efforts culminating, of hard work paying off, of fruit hanging low for the taking. Gratitude and generosity are the spirit of this season. So share the wealth of your fortune. Looking back, you realize many hands and hearts have helped you along the way. Holding tight to your bounty won't do you any good. The alchemist shares their wisdom and wealth. They offer their boons back to the world as part of the ongoing cycle. Be like the autumnal tree, come to fruition and then release. Oh my God, I love this so much. Go deeper. Donate. Any amount will do. I always say that, and you can always donate to me on my website. Any amount will do. I graciously accept. To ponder active generosity. It's really important to be generous, to be charitable, to give of yourself as well. I do that a lot too, and I really am an advocate for that. Fall is related to the earth element and the cardinal, sorry, let me try that again. Cardinal, there we go. I was adding an R there for some reason. I don't know what I was doing. Cardinal direction of the West. You may be reminded of distant relatives or ancestors. Welcome them into your harvest celebrations. I love this. This card nudges us to look at the big picture. It is a time to reflect back on the journey you've just completed. Free-form writing and sending notes of thanks serve you well. Again, being generous with your time and your energy, saying thank you to others who have been kind and generous with their energy for you is always a wonderful thing. It means so much to me when I get DMs or emails from people, thanking me out of the blue. They always seem to come right when I need them the most too, which is really nice. Anywho, this energy, I absolutely love this. This is about what is culminating, what's about to pop, where is the bounty, what we're going to harvest as we move forward. I can't love this any more than I do. I love this so much. There's lightness and brightness that comes with this. There's harmony and peace and unity that comes with this energy, that comes with looking into the future. So important, as so many people are freaking out about what's going on in the world, we need to do the exact opposite. We need to be in a place of peace and brilliance and light and joy and excitement for what is culminating, what is to come, because it is filled with light. The light is getting a bigger and bigger and bigger wave, and days like this create that momentum forward. This card is telling us, look forward to the future with brightness and lightness, with generosity and charity. Don't be afraid when they say, you know, things are crumbling and, you know, economies and money and stock markets and Bitcoin and blah, 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 whatever. Even if you know about this stuff, just don't dance to that tune. See beyond it. Tap into the light and what is bright and what is true. We need those of us conscious to really toe the line, because there's more people who are not. And there's more people who are in fear for various reasons. And more people that are indoctrinated and stuck in illusion and feed off of negativity and fear. And the Lion's Gate and our ascension and our soul, and what we're meant to do is the opposite of that. We're meant to be the opposite of all of that. Again, circling back to what I said earlier, through our ascension, through our healing, through wound tending, through being as nurturing and loving and caring for ourselves, and really putting the emphasis on us and what we need to do to heal ourselves, to raise our vibration, to be part of the side of the balance that is lighter and brighter, instead of negative and dark and fearful and in projections and programs and illusions that lower the vibration. The name of the game is to eventually shift the human experience upon Gaia, to have unity across the board, love across the board, to not have division and separation and strife and violence and war and oppression and power used against others and control and manipulation, blah, 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 all the things. To be gone. To live in harmony with nature and each other. And yes, that's going to take several more incarnations on our part. It's not going to happen in this lifetime. It's going to took time to get us to where we are. It's going to take time to undo it. And anybody who thinks or says that it's going to happen any day now, a shift or an event, is full of shit and not grounded in reality. Some people might say I'm not grounded in reality. Truth of the matter is I'm more grounded in reality than most people. Just most people can't perceive the reality I'm grounded into. This is the spiritual war side of things, where the dark tries to infiltrate our minds and turn us into fear machines, into illusion making, timeline shifting towards negative versus the positive. And this card comes to tell us, don't buy it. Don't believe it. Everything is bigger, better, stronger. If we choose to tap into that energy and have that energy pull us through as the timelines are collapsing, as we're meant to connect more with our divinity, with our divine feminine, or our divine masculine. How do we get so fruitful and bountiful? By creating, by mixing our positive and negative, our feminine and our masculine, and bringing it into a place of oneness and wholeness, and ultimately love. Our human condition, our natural station for being is love, is connection, is to lift each other up, to help each other, to be one unit together, to not see division because somebody lives there or somebody lives there, that's the color of your skin, or this is, your where you come from. None of that stuff. That's all crazy programmed separation, fear installed dark side program to create negative energy for two reasons. One, to keep the negative entities, the dark side, fed off of our positive turned negative energy. And at the same time, to keep us from ascending, to keep us from our power and our ultimate strength, our divinity. Because we can't do both. We can't be in fear and in faith at the same time. If you think you can, you're doing some serious mental gymnastics to get there, because you really, really can't. Cannot be in fear and in faith at the same time. So it's about really tapping into your divine essence of positive energy, and like turning that dial to positive timelines and a positive mental space for yourself, an emotional space for yourself, very, very consciously, because that is the energy that's absolutely coming through. Okay. So I hope everybody feels really good about that. I certainly do. There is a lot that's going to unfold and shift as we move forward. And a lot of that comes with what this Stargate, what this portal is bringing us. And the more active we are, the more active we are with where we are or what we are dialed into, is going to absolutely be where we end up. And it's like each click of the dial will take, in the timeline will take us someplace else, depending on how we're perceiving and how what we're entertaining with our energy, with our emotions, with our thought processes, with what we decide to be part of or not be part of, and all of these things. Observing versus absorbing is also a thing that we need to get better and better at, because we need to observe the world, ourselves, each other, timelines and situations, and be strategic about understanding the happenings and what's going on in our reality, which is greatly shifting. As human consciousness shifts, as a collective, our reality shifts because of that. So we have a certain reality because the collective's human consciousness is at a certain level, because it has been rising, and there's pockets and groups of people who are healing, who are raising their vibration. It's like it isn't uniform. So, but everybody who is rising is lifting up the fabric of reality, and it's like pulling on, you know, so just imagine everybody's sitting on this huge like blanket or whatever. And we all have our space, and as somebody else starts lifting it up, your side starts being lifted, your reality starts shifting because somebody else's reality is shifting. That's just the way that it works. So we want to be part of the shifting of reality that is the lifting, because that works for going, you know, pulling down as well. So this is all just coming through very, very strongly. More of a feeling than trying to hone in on any details of your future timelines, where you'll be or what you'll be doing, who you're doing it with, where you're doing it. All of these are details that are not important to tap into. You're not going to know them anyway. But if you think you do, you don't. So what's important to do instead is tap into the feeling that you want to have in your future timeline. So for now, let that be autumn. This one, not too far away from now. And all through autumn, how you want to feel. Lighter, brighter, healthier, more connected, less fearful, less triggered, less traumatized, whatever, however you want to put that into feelings, and then see yourself just waking up in the morning and feeling that way, and walking through a park and feeling that way, driving your car and feeling that way, taking the train and feeling that way. Like, put yourself in normal everyday situations connected to a timeline that has you feeling that way. And you create that timeline that now we're creating that timeline. We're creating our future timelines in every micro moment anyway. So when we get intentional about it in a certain way that just is about the energy, the feeling, the emotion, the vibrations that we want to be a part of, without really details being like necessary to know, because that's the ego and the human aspect need to know, curiosity, control freak that we are. That our spiritual sides, our spiritual selves, our souls say, we don't need to know that. I just need to know that wherever we are, that this is how we're feeling. This is the vibration that we're tapped into. This is where the timeline is. So I can feel that sort of thing. Okay. And feel free, people, chime in, comment, ask questions or whatever. Oh, we're going to get this card here, and then we're going to be moving on to our private session here. This is, of course, going longer than I thought. What's new? Oh. This is the archetype stack. And I think we just, let's do one last one here. Just getting real slim. All right, and then one more time, we end with 4. And again, going to the number 2 card for our card. This Stargate, this 8-8, is inextricably connected to the 2, to the powerhouse number of 22, and anything is multiples of 2, which is what today ends up being. So of course we've got 2. So next we have the ocean. So big water energy with the ocean. Whoa. Card number 25, one more time. Get the ocean here. Oh, I do have new comments. Oh, do I have like a shit ton of new comments? I wasn't seeing. Oh my goodness. Gloria is new. Hello, hello. I'm just seeing. Barbara said a little bit ago, oh God, like 10 minutes ago, it's hard to be grounded in something that doesn't exist. Can you explain what you mean by that? What context? And Ryan, there you are. The yawns, I know. The yawns. It's hard to be grounded in something that doesn't exist. I think you're talking about like this projection into the timelines, but if you can just clarify for me, then I can Oh, the moment passed. We were talking about reality. Oh, okay. Sorry. My thing was not like populating with new whatchamacallit, new comments. I just saw the same pop-up that said you have new comments. I'm like, well, then give me my comments. When they happen, that would be nice. Anyway, the ocean energy. I love the ocean so much, and I miss it. I've been a mountain person for a long time. I definitely need a trip to the ocean sometime soon. Okay, here we go. The ocean. I'm bummed out. I wish I knew what you meant exactly, but that's okay. It seems to be working again. Okay. The ocean. The unconscious, the depths, the incomprehensible. The power of the ocean is unmatched. To step into its salty waters is to step into the unknown. By sheer volume, the ocean represents the unconscious, all that is beyond our understanding. We cannot live within the ocean. We cannot claim it, manage it, or own it. It rejects our every attempt to dominate nature. Yet amid its overwhelming power, it calls to us, inspires us, and invigorates us and our life on land. It dissolves the little us into the big us. When the energy of the ocean is present, there is change stirring that is beyond any change you've known before. The ego must dissolve. The saline swells work on your very cells, your fibers, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the ocean's froth, a new being. Life is change. Let the wave crash. Oh, people, I can't with this right now. Holy moly. We get autumn and the ocean. Oh my God. This is a lot. This is a lot, and it's good. Oh my God, we're getting spammed. Okay, hold on a second. Oh my God, how gorgeous. Okay. Kelly isn't that big. Go see the ocean. You're so funny. I know, right? I am going to go see the ocean. It's been a long time, actually, since I've been to the ocean. The last time I think I was at the ocean actually was, now that we're getting there and it's coming back to me, was for 8/8 of 2017. That's the last time I was there. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, okay, so let's continue here with what we got going. When light deeper than deep, big dreams, discovery. When dark, subsumed, drowned, polluted, unpredictable. Go deeper. Shakespeare's The Tempest. Geralt's The Raft of Medusa. The ocean displays every emotion without shame. To witness its glassy moonlit surface and its unforgiving storms is to know the full spectrum of the human experience. Well, that's the truth. Study waves, touch their surface, get in the water. No matter where you live, each drop is part of the whole. The ocean is in every tear. Yeah, I guess that's the thing that's helped me is every time I take a bath or every time I, touch the creek or the pond or the river or whatever, I tap into ocean energy. But the ocean is definitely, has always, and probably will always be my favorite. I love how it's in constant change and shift. I'm the kind of person who goes miles out into the ocean all by myself. No floating device, maybe a pair of fins, but I'll go a couple miles out and play with the stingrays and the stuff. I am hardcore when it comes to ocean. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely need, like Chris says, to go there sometime soon. But for years now, I was in the Southern California mountains and kind of like, it felt very much like I was like, the princess in the tower. Like I was just needed to be in this space up in the mountain. Then I moved up to Northern California, the mountains too. So either way, it's a few hours to the ocean, but I definitely need to plan a trip. And that goes for any of us, any of you who don't get ocean time or far away from it, make it a point to plan something to go to the ocean. But this ocean energy, this talks about the power of the unknown, our unconscious, and what is about to change. This is big. It talks about going from the little us to the big us. It stirs us to change. It's meant the ocean energy, and if you've ever been in the ocean, it makes you very present to your body, to your breathing, to feeling everything in such a big way. It forces that upon you. So it says, when the energy of the ocean is present, there is change stirring that is beyond any change you have known before. Again, this is just more of like we talked about what autumn was bringing in. And then on top of that, multi-layered is this ocean energy. Deep, emotional, ever-changing, and massively changing. I'm getting big waves of seeing huge, not like tidal tsunami waves that are like, connected to destruction, but those big, huge waves that are out in the middle of the ocean that some people decide to surf. That's wild shit. You ever seen that? People look this big and the waves like this big. But that kind of big, huge, powerful, watery energy coming through and crashing and shifting us deeply, churning things up, creating a different reality. And again, that kind of like, where it says, we can't control the nature of the ocean kind of thing. We have to think of ourselves in the depths that we are the ocean. that our emotions, that our experience is as deep and wide and infinite as the ocean. And within ourselves, we can work with our energy to take it from, stormy seas to very calm. We have that capacity to control those things. So it's coming through on both sides of this. One is saying what's coming through to change is uncontrollable. It is happening to the collective. It is happening to every one of us. It's part of the paradigm shift. It's coming through this Lion's Gate in a very big way, where these are like the next and new stitches in the fabric of time that is building a new reality for us all, in a conscious way, in a spiritual way, in a connection way, in the woo-woo hippy-dippy way that humanity is going towards. That absolutely incorporates technology and AI, and what we're doing today incorporates these things, and the wave of the mixing of these realities, of the shifting of awareness and consciousness about our environment, each other, and just energy. And how people tap to understand, work with, talk about energy, our energy, the energy of the atmosphere, telepathic energy, psychic energy, consciousness energy, universal, cosmic, mystical energy is like at the head of the spear. It's what's moving everything forward, is the understanding of energy and how important it is to tap into the reality of what energy is for us and within us and around us on every level. And that's always going to circle us back to our spirituality. And that's the driving force of the light, is let's bring energy to the forefront in the consciousness of people, and that will automatically tap people into their divinity, to their spirituality. It's impossible not to. So see the ocean in two ways. See yourself, your inner self, your beingness as an ocean. And also witness the ocean of reality, of time, of consciousness for the whole. Witness, see yourself standing on the beach in front of the waves, and just how big that is, and being the observer as well as the player in the reality that is shifting. So it's important to observing ourselves as well. Okay. Wow. Big energies, you guys. And these colors with ocean really connecting with this labradorite over here. I don't know if we could see it if I move this, but here and here, just the different colors that come through with all this going on up here with ocean. Really intense for sure. All of this that's come through, but it's all very positive. It is in alignment with everything about the Lion's Gate as usual. It's about our future timelines. It's about our ascension. It's about our consciousness. It's about our healing. It's about our connection. And moving forward. as balanced and stable, as awake and aware, as open as we possibly can. And just continuously reminding ourselves to be that, to be intentional in that way. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's 100% all the time. But if we can maintain a level that is higher than lower most of the time, that is something to intend to strive for, especially when we're tapping into these types of energies. So with that said, does anybody have anything to add, any questions, anything about any of this stuff before we break from our public portion of this event and go to the private portion of this event, which is hosted on my website? You can still buy tickets for it and join us. Again, let me put the link here. If you want to join us, we're going to be, let me just review really quick before we break and go there. Here's the link. You can still buy your ticket and join us. It'll say 5 o'clock because I didn't know. I just put 5 o'clock. But it's already almost 6. So thanks for you guys. Thanks to you guys being here and rolling with us as always. I appreciate it. First, we're going to be going over the 3 EYES DMT release method. So I'm going to show everybody that. That's something that you can use indefinitely and all the time, and you will be guided to use this method to release DMT. Often. Meditation, your spiritual practices, and all sorts of ways that it's good to release that and to connect in that way with ourselves. And then we're going to get into the channeled guided astral spirit walk meditation that I facilitate. So I channel, I tap in. Usually we've got Gaia, other ascended masters, and archangels, and anybody from dragons to ascended masters and archangels and Gaia herself. And any of them may come through for channeling. We typically, in every other spirit walk that I've done for the Lionsgate, we work with our Merkaba, which is like our soul song, soul fingerprint activating through our Merkabas. We travel and work with the timelines and the energy of Giza, the pyramid Giza, and we connect and collapse timelines and do other activations as they come through. And that's what we're gonna go do. Carrie Ann says, thank you so much. Looks like we are up for some fun. Can you see you again soon? All my best, everyone. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if that means that you're welcome, if that means that you're joining us or not. Hopefully you are, but if not, yeah, you should have the link in your email. If you bought a ticket, you should have gotten that email and the link to join. So yeah, check your email, whatever email that you signed up with, you should have that. And thanks to everybody for joining us here for this public portion of the Lionsgate event. I appreciate you for being here. Hopefully you've tapped into these energies. If you're meant to join us and be with us in the private event, I will see you there here in just a minute. I will be starting that, and probably I'm going to take a potty break and get right into that. Like I said, it's my first time doing it this way, so it looks pretty straightforward. Hopefully it is. I'll open that up very shortly. Again, thank you all so much for being here with me on the Lionsgate. It's beautiful, wonderful, magical, bountiful, abundant, high vibe energies that are circulating and coming through with all these light codes. I hope you receive and continue to receive them through the Lion's Gate and beyond. Yeah, he wants attention. There's Chacho. He wants to play. I get to like the oh, it's what does that say? 555. Oh, I love it. You know how many times I've seen triple fives lately? Wow. Anyway, we get to a certain point of me sitting here talking to nobody is from his perspective, and he goes, "Are we done yet? Can we go point out?" Anyway, thanks everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. Again, you can still join us. Check out those that link that I just posted there for the private event. It's only $8.88, the minimum donation. So you could donate anything above that, but the minimum donation is $8.88. Otherwise, I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. I'm back here for my podcast, for my Friday podcast at 6 p.m. Pacific. Today we started at 4. Tomorrow we're starting at 6 for our podcast, the We Are Healing podcast. Tomorrow we're going to be doing more pendulum. So come with your questions about current events and all that's been going on, and we'll just flow with it. Until then, I'll see you later, everybody. I love you. Mwah! Bye for now. Bye. Such a tease for my animals. They're like, oh, she's done, and I'm not.